Easy now, people. Look what we got here. A Tidal 75 hang-on back filter made by Seachem, their first filter in association with Sicce or Sicce. Two good companies that have made what looks on paper to be a very good filter. It says in the book here, I mean there's a list of features there. Quite impressive. We're not going to go through them all now, but it says there at the bottom, simply put, you have purchased the best hang-on filter available. That's a big claim since I was after an aqua clear, but you got more chance of finding a freshwater seahorse that gives birth to £50 notes than you have of getting an aqua clear around here. So we got this instead, and it looks good. It looks like it could rival that aqua clear as long as it performs as advertised. So let's have a look at it. Right, from the off, I can tell you one thing I don't like about it right away. It is a small detail, but see these knobs here? I don't like the way they're blue. I'd rather they were black and blended in with the rest of the unit. I don't really want to see them when it's on the tank. So wee drawback, but nothing major. Live with that. Got the branding on the top. This is your maintenance warning. So if this starts to rise up, you know that the filter's getting clogged and it's time to do some maintenance. So that's quite cool. The other thing about the lid is it doubles up as a tray, a maintenance tray. Pull out your basket and it sits on those two slots there, so you can carry it over to the sink and don't make a mess. We like that. This is what we have in the box. We've got our intake here, which is telescopic. Despite that, it doesn't look like it reaches down too deep, but when you look at the profile of your filter, it's already going to come that far down into your aquarium, and the intake's going to fit on the end, so it actually will reach very deep down into your tank. Then we got the heater clip, which attaches into that wee groove there, so you can attach the heater to the side of the filter if you want. It says it evens out the temperature distribution. Not entirely sure about that myself, so we'll see if we're going to use that. And lastly, you got this is to level out your aquarium, your filter on the side of the aquarium. So you just attach that into the wee groove in the bottom, and then adjust the screw depending how far out you need it to keep the unit level. It's quite handy, and it's also got this rubber washer in the top of it to stop it scratching your aquarium. Also inside we've got a bag of Seachem's Matrix, whoa, which is full of dust. Need to give that a rinse with some tank water. This is meant to be really good stuff. I've not used it yet, so I'm quite excited that this came free with the filter, so I can give it a go. Let's put that to the side now. Right, release the catch and we pull out our media tray. Look at the size of that, you're going to get loads of media in that. You've got your filter sponge in the bottom, and then that gives you an idea of how it works here. Look, see that? So your water's going to come up your intake, forces it down into the bottom of the compartment and up through these slots through the media. Efficient way of working, if you ask me. And like we said, we get our lid. Pop it on the tray, carry it to the sink for our maintenance, nice and easy, no mess. Don't get told off for dropping dirty fish water across the place. I mean, they've thought about this, haven't they? We like it sturdy as well, it's not going to fall off or topple over, look. Here we've got our flow adjuster, so we can adjust the flow going into the unit. Then we've got one of the big selling points for me, a surface skimmer. I don't think I've seen that before on a hang-on back filter. I think that's really smart, the addition of that. That was one of the selling points, so we'll see how well that works. What we also have at the bottom, this knob here, adjusts the ratio between the submersed intake and the surface skimmer. Again, I think that's really smart. If we take this cover plate off, there's a few things to look at in here. First of all, when we said that this dial affects the ratio of the draw between the surface skimmer and the intake, that's how it does it there, look. That'll block off some of the intake flow, so the surface skimmer will compensate. You've also got this wee groove here where the heater clip goes, if you're wanting to use that. Put that in either way. But the main thing I was wanting to show you here is, this is where your motor is as well. There the impeller, self-cleaning impeller, so they say, and the motor is submerged being down there. What that means is it's self-priming, so for ease of use you don't have to fill the unit up to use it. It's going to fill itself up, being self-priming. And also, if you were to have a power cut, you don't have to worry about your motor burning out, because with that being submerged, when the power comes back on, it's just going to fill up again. Genius. Here we see the spillway. Look at that thing, it's like a shovel. Going to get loads of flow from that, and it's designed to give really good aeration to your water. Then over on the right, this is an overflow, so if it does get a wee bit clogged, the water's got a wee escape route, if you like. Feature rich, this thing, isn't it? Right, let's put it together. We've got our filter sponge in the bottom of the tray, and we've got some ceramic rings that we're going to place down in there. Spread them out as much as we can. There we go. We've got some of this bio-home media left over. Thought we had a wee bit more than that, but we'll get some more, that's fine. Then we're going to lay our matrix along the top and spread it out as best we can. Then there's even a wee bit more room in the top. We can add some Purigen if we want. Drop the tray in. And put the wee clip over so it doesn't budge. Look, you can see that's not moving anywhere. Some filters, the tray can come loose and float around a wee bit, but that's going to stay in place. Put our lid back on. And then, guys, I always tell you this, always add a drip loop. Condensation can run down your wires, and if it gets into your electrics, that's a bit of a problem. If you've got a drip loop, it's just going to drop off the bottom of the loop and everybody's safe. Intake goes on, and there we go. That's our filter ready to use. Early days, think quite a lot of it. It's got a lot of features. All that remains is to see how it performs, and once we know that, we'll come back for another review of it. But for now, that bad boy's going in. Later.